Hello again. I thought I'd make this video because this shows you the problems with people on YouTube. Absolutely crazy and antisocial comments, but also one what is okay, but he misses the point completely. So this is the video about where I compare the Supernova M99 Dynamo, Safe Ride 80, which originally was released in 2009, but really it got only popular 2010. Lumitop B01, which puts out a lot of light, but it doesn't have a high lux rating. You can't really suffer far with it. Roxim D6, which is a pretty good light from Roxim. They never really tried to market it properly in Europe, which is weird. And you can see about 50 meters or so with it, and it is a useful beam, and it's cheap, of course, compared to Supernova M99 Dynamo, which is 300 euros. The Philips Safe 80 was about, what was it, 120 euros, something in that region. Okay, let's look at a reasonable comment that this guy says. Yeah, he has a few versions. The thing is now 15 years old, is irrelevant, does not hold a candle against the M99 Dynamo Pro. It absolutely does. The Safe Ride 80 has a more homogeneous beam, but that's about it. No, that's not about it. That's very important. It means you can see better with it. You can see the road better with it. You can see further with it. Note also that I tested or compared the neutral white version, which is better, which appears less bright. But you can see better with it. You can see the unevenness in the road and the different road conditions better with it. Problem with its short runtime, yeah, but it's irrelevant. That's not why I showed this. I showed the Safe Ride 80 in comparison to show how even it is and how well it lights up the road compared to the M99 Dynamo, which is extremely uneven and extremely bad. Therefore, he says it did not even reach. Yeah, that's not relevant. Usable for me. Yeah, possible. Not even a day of commuting was possible. Well, yeah, charge it at work, for example. Yeah, by their choice, it's possible, but that was not the point. The point is, and I made the Safe Ride 80 run on Dynamo, and it was brighter running than Safe Ride 80 on battery, is that the Safe Ride 80 has a better beam, a much better beam. Has a much wider beam, yeah, but it's mostly irrelevant. But the beam of the Safe Ride 80, what is it, like 6 meters wide or so? It lights up almost everything. The only point where it's better is in, the M99 is in meandering roads, curves. At speed of around 30 kilometers per hour, it's a lot brighter. No, it isn't. It uses cooler white LEDs and it makes it appear brighter, but it isn't much brighter. It puts out more light, but it also spreads it around on around a bigger surface area, so it's absolutely not brighter. It makes a difference on twisty roads and descent. The width, yes, but the brightness, that's not true. On which I regularly see 60 kilometers per hour, yes, but that means also that roads are good. And high beam makes it even better. Yeah, maybe. I didn't think it was useful. It can be in some cases, but I think the high beam could actually be better or more useful at low speeds, which I mentioned. I think you need to charge it up and then you can go down to about 10 kilometers per hour, and it'll still light up about the high beam, but actually for lower speeds the high beam would be better in difficult terrain. Then you can decide where to ride. Let's see. Yeah, the aesthetics of the beam could be brighter. He does not understand it. It's not aesthetics. If the beam is uneven, then you cannot properly see the road and you cannot properly evade bad patches in the road. I experienced it plenty in Ukraine with the IQX, for example, a few months ago. It's absolutely crap. It's almost useless you have to ride very slowly and be extremely careful, and it costs a lot of brain power to examine the road continuously and decide what is caused by the beam patterns and what is actually caused by the road. It's very difficult on gravel roads, etc. Here. As soon as you leave smooth asphalt roads, you don't see this anymore, the unevenness. That's the whole fucking point, because if you leave asphalt roads, then you need an even beam to be able to judge where to ride, and that's almost impossible, or very difficult, with those uneven beams. For riding at very slow speeds, I can see that might disappoint. I was not riding at very slow speeds. Here, this flickering, for example. There's some issue. It was slightly foggy. Maybe some backscattering. I don't know what happened with the camera. But here you see or a bit later you see that I switch between low and high beam. What was it, here or a bit more back? Let's see, here. Here, I think. No, a little back. Yeah, here switch to high beam and low beam. That means I was going fast enough. Some idiot here says, oh, you're going 5 kilometers per hour. No, you moron, I don't go 5 kilometers per hour. Use your brain. For riding at very low speeds, I wasn't riding at very low speeds. A few other videos I showed I was going 25, 30 kilometers per hour. This seems to have been the case because I love frickling all the time. No, there's something else going on. It was a camera issue. I was not easy to record at faster speeds. I was going 25, 30 in another video. I showed that, so that's nonsense. That's not it at all. It's understandable battery has an advantage here. No, that was not the point, actually. And I was going fast enough in various parts that the Supernova M99 was lighting up quick, well enough, close to what it does at 30 kilometers per hour. And here he says, but Safe Ride 80 with its tiny beam and horrible runtime, tiny beam, calling the beam of the Safe Ride 80, with which I can see 70 meters ahead, and which lights up the entire road 6 meters wide or so. Tiny is absolutely moronic. So that's what but he's at least, this guy is an absolutely moron. Have you tried going faster than 5 kilometers per hour with the Super? This video is a joke, right? What an idiot. So it said, only joke is your comment. Watch the videos and use your brain. Yeah, I switched to high mode, you moron. High beam. That means I was going faster. This is a guy who obviously has this dynamo lamp, and he does not like the criticism of it. How fast did you ride? Will we get an answer or a lie? That means it's already pointless to answer. This is a 30 IQ club guy. This is a moron. Yeah. These are the kind of issues you have to deal with, well, on forums as well, but on YouTube especially. As people don't understand it. Here I wrote in his comments here, as soon as you leave the road, you just don't see this anymore. So the unevenness in the beam. And so I wrote, you don't understand the point of needing an even beam, and yet I told this in the video. I don't understand these people. You tell it and you don't understand it. Well, something similar happened years ago. So I was riding with a guy, I think I may have mentioned this before, and he was interested in the light from a friend of mine from Poland, and he was comparing it to the light he was using at that time, and which had a cool white light. And he said, yeah, but I said, look at the road, see how much better you can see with neutral white lights. Yeah, but this lights up the road much better. It's much brighter, he said. Yeah, but it only appears that way because it's cool white. It does not mean you can see everything better. That's very different. And let's look at this. What is it? Check out part 1 for the introduction and impressions of the high beam. Okay, yeah, that's it. Yeah, perhaps I should have added a link to my website for the lighting stuff. So To understand issues in vehicle lighting, it's not just see my website. Prevent yourself. Yeah, I'm going to be just crude because I've had enough these kind of morons. Yourself making silly comments. See my website. All right. Right. So where does it show? That's it. All right. That's it for now. Bye.